Greetings, everyone. My name is Jonathan Bailey, and I'm from the website Plagiarism Today, which can be found at plagiarismtoday.com. And today, I would like to take a moment to talk to you about Patreon, what it is, why I'm using it, what I'm hoping to do with it, and how I think it can help make Plagiarism Today the site it deserves to be. Now, as many of you probably already know, Plagiarism Today is rapidly coming upon its 10-year anniversary. I launched the site in August 2005, and it has been an incredible ride. Because of Plagiarism Today, I've had the opportunity to travel all over the world. I have met an incredible number of people, some of the brightest minds in copyright and or plagiarism, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful 10 years. But anniversaries are not just a time of celebration, they're a time of reflection. And I've been doing a great deal of that lately. And a lot of that's focused on asking myself if Plagiarism Today in 2015 still meets the goals and expectations I had for it back in 2005. And to understand that, we have to look back to 2001, because that was when I, as just an everyday Joe author, discovered his work was being plagiarized. Ended up actually tracking down about 700 people who had plagiarized my work over the years. But I remember back in 2001 when I first discovered it, that I was hurt, I was angry, I was frankly a little bit scared. I mean, it was a very personal violation to me. And I learned a great deal about how to track it and to stop it in those 4 years between 2001 and 2005. And as I began formulating the idea for Plagiarism Today, I wanted that to be the site that 2001 me would turn to for help. You know, I wanted 2005 me to sort of put an arm around 2001 me and say, it's going to be okay, this is what we're going to do, this is how you solve the problem. And for the most part, I think Plagiarism Today has lived up to that expectation. We have thousands of great articles on the site, a 3-count keeping everyone up to date on copyright news. And all in all, I think it's done the job pretty well. However, one thing I never expected at all in 2005 was that this would become my full-time job. And lo and behold, it did. Through a unique combination of opportunity and necessity, that's exactly what happened. And for the most part, Plagiarism Today has been supported by my copyright plagiarism consulting business at copybyte.com, COPYBYTE.com for anyone who's curious. And while I'm very, very happy with my clients, I really enjoy the business, it unfortunately takes a lot of my time doing things that aren't necessarily helping people. Things like chasing down invoices, trying to get new clients, etc., etc. And I want to get back to basics. I want to get back to helping people with copyright and plagiarism issues. Now, as many of you may have noticed, over the past year or two, the post count at Plagiarism Day has fallen off some, and a lot of that has been attributed to the fact that as I chase that invoice or as I chase that new client, Plagiarism Today gets put on hold. I'm not able to spend the time writing the articles and doing what I need to do to keep Plagiarism Day as active as I wanted. And when I am posting, it's oftentimes not the in-depth, well-researched articles I really want to focus on with Plagiarism Today. But the problem is, since this is my full-time job, I do have an obligation to both myself and my family to earn a living from it. So the solution I found is to try and make Plagiarism Today a little more financially self-sufficient. And to do that, I'm using Patreon. Now, what Patreon is, it is a monthly patronage, if you will, where you promise $3 to whatever number of dollars you wish per month to the site. That money is then sent to a fund which helps Plagiarism Today be financially self-sufficient. So I can dedicate more of my time and more of my energy into making the site better, writing new content, restarting, I should say, a video blog series about it, and basically go into creating all kinds of new kick-ass content for this site. Now, in addition to all the promises and additional articles and so forth, there are great perks for being a Patreon subscriber. At any level, there's access to the members-only Patreon feed, and it goes on up from there to being on a thank you page, to also being able to get an hour of my time to do whatever you want with it per month. We can do a podcast together. We can do whatever excites you. We can just sit around and talk about sports, even though I'm probably the worst person in the world to talk about sports with. Don't do that. But anyways, it's whatever you want to do with that time. All in all, though, the idea is that this fund will help make Plagiarism Today self-sufficient and will help drive the site to the next level and bring it back to its original goal I had for it in 2005. Now, to be clear, Plagiarism Today is free. It always will be free, and that will not change. What will change is the amount of time I'm going to be able to dedicate to it. This is not me putting a gun to the head of the site and saying, if I don't get support, it's going away. Absolutely not. I will find a way to keep working on Plagiarism Today no matter what. It's got 10 years. I want it to have 10 more. But I think with Patreon's help, it can be 10 years that far exceeds what we've done so far. I think we can take this to a whole other level. So on that note, everyone, thank you for your time, thank you for your consideration, and thank you in advance for your support. This is Jonathan Bailey, signing off.